Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Rama Rama Ram Hare Hare Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajatarya Satar Satashi Srimad His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajatarya Satar Satashi Srimad His Divine Grace Bhaktisiddhanta Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai Rantraj Srimad Bhagvatam Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Jai Shri Shri Radha Gopinath Ki Jai Jai Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Bol Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Reading from Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 1, Chapter 5, Text 9 Yatha dharma madhyayas chartha muni varyanu kirtita na tata vasudevasya mahima hi anuvartina Yatha dharma dayas chartha Munivaryanu Nukirtita Na tata vasudevasya Mahimahi anuvarti nitha Yata dharmadayastratha Munivaryanu kirtita Na tatu vasudevasya Mahimahi anuvartina Yatha, as much as Dharma Daya, all four principles of religious behavior, Cha, and Artha, purposes, Munivarya, by yourself, the great sage, Anukirtita, repeatedly described, Na, not, Tata, in that way, Vasudevasya, of the personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, Mahima, glories, He, certainly, Anuvarnita, so constantly described. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. Although, great sage, you have very broadly described the four principles beginning with religious performances, you have not described the glories of the Supreme Personality, Vasudeva. Purport. The prompt diagnosis of Sri Narada is once declared. The root cause of the despondency of Vyasadeva was his deliberate avoidance of glorifying the Lord in his various editions of the Puranas. He has certainly, as a matter of course, given descriptions of the glories of the Lord Sri Krishna, but not as many as given to religiosity, economic development, sense gratification, and salvation. These four items are by far inferior engagement in the devotional service of the Lord. Sri Vyasadeva, as the authorized scholar, knew very well this difference, and still, instead of giving more importance to the better type of engagement, namely devotional service to the Lord, he had more or less improperly used his valuable time. And thus, he was despondent. From this, it is clearly indicated that no one can be pleased substantially without being engaged in the devotional service of the Lord. In the Bhagavad Gita, this fact is clearly mentioned. After liberation, which is the last item in the line of performing religiosity, etc., one is engaged in the pure devotional service. And this is called the stage of self-realization, or the Brahma Buddha stage. After attainment of the Brahma Buddha stage, one is satisfied, but satisfaction is the beginning of transcendental bliss. One should progress by attaining neutrality and equality in the relative world, and passing this stage of equanimity, one is fixed in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. This is the instruction of the personality of Godhead in the Bhagavad Gita. The conclusion is that in order to maintain the status quo of the Brahma Buddha stage, as also to increase the degree of transcendental realization, Narada recommended to Vyasadeva that Vyasadeva, should now eagerly and repeatedly describe the path of devotional service. This would cure him from gross despondencies. Prantaraj Srimad Bhagvatam ki jai. Om Ajnaneti Mirandasya Jnananjala Shalatriya Chakshun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamayam Dadati Swabadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakramalan Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sajjatam Sadhanal Natam Tam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sadhanal Lita Shri Vishakamitam Shah Hey Krishna Radha Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopita Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gauranje Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sudadevi Pranamami Priya Vanchakalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Paridanam Pavinebhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Saidro Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. I'd like to seek the blessings so I can speak this Grantaraj Srimad Bhagvatam and purify my body, mind and senses, and let Krishna reveal to me something special. Jada Bharat was very not only self-satisfied, but he was completely in transcendental bliss. He would be roaming the streets completely, or he choose to be quiet and dumb as if he doesn't know anything. But he was completely transcendental to every situation, completely in Shuddha Sattva. His father tried to show him many things. Okay, this is how you do the Gayatri, but he couldn't do that. This is how you use utensils. He couldn't do many things. And he was kept as I forget. I think it was not a scarecrow. I forget that story. But one of the story was that he was had to help the king on palanquin and he was taking the king along the road, and he had to, put his on the arm, the palanquin. He was one of the helpers, and every time he would see, and then he would jump, like there's so many ants there, and he didn't want to disturb them. And then king was getting so frustrated, but he chastised him, one day I'll be king, one day you'll be king. So what is all this nonsense like that? And then king got self-realized, oh, okay, this is a very great soul. And he gave Dhanavats to him. So like this of Jadabharat, there was many pastimes. This pastime of even when the Druns, they wanted to get a human sacrifice so they can, be very materialistic and successful. And they were worshipping Kali, and they needed a body. And so, they picked him up. He was a scarecrow, right? And then they saw him on the field, and then, he's just like an animal. Okay, let's grab him there. Okay, they got him, and then they took him to the place of sacrifice. And they were, setting up everything. He was completely transcendental. He didn't care what's going on here. And just as about they were going to kill him, and Kali, she came out of the form of the deity, and she killed both of the Druns that were going to kill this devotee, Jadabharat. And and she killed them because she doesn't tolerate all the nonsense. To a devotee, how can she accept a devotee like that? So she killed, and she knew the position of Jadabharat also. So I'm saying this because the Jadabharat, he was completely in transcendental bliss. Not only he was completely satisfied, but he was completely in that transcendental bliss, completely absorbed, and he didn't care for externals. People would throw rocks at him. Oh, you stupid! You smell. But he was completely transcendental to all of this. So he was past this Brahma Buddha stage actually, and he was completely fixed, and he knew what he had to do, and he was completely absorbed, remembering the Lord. So like this Brahma Buddha stage is, Prabhupada is stressing that, we can also attain this, and we can go past just self-realization. Because he says that satisfaction is the beginning of the transcendental bliss, whereas you can keep on getting more and more ecstatic symptoms, and Krishna will reveal to you, and you'll become more transcendentally absorbed in Him as you do the loving devotional service. It's just a matter of your engagement, how much you want to engage and get the love for Krishna. So, and like this, there's many pastimes, but to be completely absorbed that's the main goal of our whole Krishna consciousness society, that we completely become pure and get free from all the anarthas and completely in transcendental bliss of Krishna, always be able to think of Him and just become pure devotee. That's the stage everyone is attaining. So this one Prabhupada is stressing just for, again, our encouragement. Okay, all these purports he's giving just so we can practically apply this knowledge again. And in the start of the purport, Prabhupada is mentioning the root cause of the despondency of Vyasadeva was his deliberate avoidance of glorifying the Lord. So, obviously, Vyasadeva is pure devotee, and we shouldn't think of it as a different statement, deliberate avoidance, But at the same time, so this whole Leela could happen, then he did like this so we could get this Srimad Bhagvatam. Otherwise, if it wasn't for this situation, he would be already satisfied and he wouldn't need to do anything. And because he's pure devotee, why he should write so many books? And by his mercy, we are able to get this Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam because of this whole Leela. And then he writes, and then we receive also, after 5,000 years, we also get the mercy of Prabhupada because he was very mercifully getting the instruction from his guru to go out and preach, go to Western world and preach. And he came and he brought his Bhagavatams and he continued writing as he was traveling throughout his 10 years in the Western world. And he kept on writing. So, as Bhava Vibhushan Prabhu mentioned in previous class, that this was all the plan all along to this books were a very old thing, 5,000 years before they knew this was going to happen, like all the book distribution and all the writing of the books and people reading the books, it was all transcendentally planned. So this is the way of the Lord. Nothing can happen without the will of the Lord. So, like this, Prabhupada also mentions about that Vyasadeva, he gave descriptions about the glories of the Lord, but not as much as the dharma, artha, kama, moksha, these religiosity, economic development, sense gratification and salvation. Now obviously these aren't the goal of the life, but for materialists they just hover on this this platform that I just need to become very well off materialistically, and I need to keep my senses engaged by gratifying them, and hopefully some sort of salvation I will get. Most people are on this platform and they like to be a little bit religious, but actually they have no concept of what is the religion, what is the true dharma for this age. Such a simple thing, right? The Kali Yuga is here and it's so less. Like even there's less time, 10,000 years only for golden age period, where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is given his mercy. And people are so shortly lived and everything is completely degraded. But at the same time, it's the worst age, and at the same time, we're getting the highest goal. It's very inconceivable. And the fact that the most merciful incarnation of Supreme Personality of Godhead came on this earth to give His mercy, again, that's completely inconceivable. And we're engaged in that Supreme Personality of Godhead's in His work. We are working for Him, we are serving Him. Again, that's inconceivable. And just the thought of just the Dharma is such an easy thing to do. The Yuga Dharma for this age. It's just 16 words you need to chant. It's so easy, right? And that's the only thing that will work in the Kali Yuga. And that gives the maximum benefit. It said the spiritual life you advance by hearing. Just by hearing, 90% you advance just by the hearing. So these are the key points. And Narada is such an intelligent personality. He's, we're in the Sampradaya, and this whole chapter is dedicated, I think we missed the chapter, the appearance of Narad Muni, yeah. In that chapter is described, how Narad Muni, he came, and before in his previous birth he was the child of a maidservant, and they were living in the jungle, and they were just mother and son. And one day, some sadhus, they came to their house, and they served the boy. He served, and the mother, she also served. And they were serving throughout the days, and it was raining and everything, and it was not so best weather, so the sadhus, they had to stay there. And then they left after some days, and Narad Muni, the boy at that time, he was hearing, what are they speaking, and he was taking their Mahaprasad, everything. So then gradually he was getting purified, but he was just, doing, just his mother was there, and he would ask, so could I take some of the remnants? They would say yeah, and then he would take. So like this was happening, and then once they left, then after some time the mother also, she passed away. And then so the boy, he was just there, and then he was so bewildered, and then what's happening, and then he started traveling and doing the meditation on Vishnu. And then he was meditating one day and he saw the Vishnu, and he said, just keep on doing what you're doing, and then this is the last time you'll see my darshan, and then but you keep on doing your activities of this devotional service. And then he continued his life. And then when he gave up that body, he got the body of Narad Muni. And then so this fabulous Narad Muni, he's a traveling preacher. He is everywhere in Bhagavatam. You'll see him glorifying the Lord, sometimes speaking to Hiranyakashipu, sometimes meeting Krishna in Vrindavan. He's everywhere in Bhagavatam because he's such a glorious devotee. And we see in the start of the Bhagavatam, in the first canto, straight away he's being glorified, This is the exalted position of the Narad Muni. He's such an important personality, and we can pray for his mercy that we can also become so determined and so absorbed in Krishna like how he is. Because he has many pastimes like that, of him preaching, and we know the famous story of him traveling, and I forget the name, but I forget whose sons, but there was like hundreds of sons, and he made them all pure devotees, and then there was another batch, and then he kept making them pure devotees like this. So he has so many transcendental pastimes, and then for this reason he's been glorified in the start of the Bhagavatam already. And like this. So we can take shelter of these pastimes and beg that we can also become very favorable, so we can follow in the footsteps of these pure personalities. Because that's the goal anyway, right? That we want to get the Krishna Prem. And we want to do it in this life. Because if we die in this life and we don't go back to Godhead, then you'll just go to another, maybe you'll go to another heavenly planet. Maybe, if you're lucky. And then you'll spend 10,000 years there, and then you fall down, probably. And then you come to the material world. But in the material world, the golden age will already be finished. Mahaprabhu's mercy drawn. So then you just suffer again, life after life, in the material world. And you don't want that. Krishna doesn't want that. So it said that Krishna wants us more in Lord Vrindavan than we want to go back like that. So for his sake, we have to pull up our socks and do what needs to be done. It's just Kali Yuga. Maximum you'll live like 7 years if you're lucky. So yeah, it's short life, but it's easy. Because it's just, like I was saying, it's just these 16 words, Maha Mantra, that will work very efficiently in the Kali Yuga. And we have this Bhagavatam that we can take complete shelter of. there was 12 volumes to take shelter of, so we can do that. In the purport also, when Prabhupada stresses, and still instead of giving more importance to the better type of engagement, namely devotional service, he had more or less improperly used his valuable time. So, like I was saying, we need to take full advantage of this little time that we have. Very little time, 8:40, In 5 minutes we'll have to leave. So as much hearing, because by hearing we get all the mercy and we make the most advancement, The starting picture of the Bhagavatam in all the volumes, we see this one, This picture of all the sadhus listening very eagerly. So very, very eagerly they're hearing. Not, I'm not just saying okay, Bhagavatam class is on, you have to hear, not like that. Everything, the Maha Mantra is very important to hear attentively, and Bhagavatam is important to hear attentively. Everything is with full rapt attention. And it said, in the Kali Yuga you see by hearing, actually, we're able to see Krishna by hearing. So like this, we will wind up, and if there's any questions or comments, you can tell. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Ananta Roti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai.